I almost did not make this video today, not because I did not want to, but because I was not sure people would believe me when I told them what I found, because what I am about to share with you is not a rumor. It is not something I read on a random website. These are real deadlines, real bills, real money. That is sitting unclaimed right now in July 2026 by hundreds of thousands of Australian seniors who have absolutely no idea it exists. And here is the part that genuinely kept me up last night. Some of these deadlines close this month, permanently. No extension, no second chance, no letter from the government saying, hey, you missed it, here is another opportunity. The window closes, the money disappears, and the senior who missed it never even knew they were entitled to it in the first place. Let me tell you about Ruth. 70 years old, retired nurse, lives alone in regional Victoria, has owned her home for 32 years. She is not careless, she is not disorganized. She has a folder for every single bill that arrives at her house, and she almost missed a deadline that would have put $186 directly into her bank account. In 11 minutes, just by filling out a simple form, she found out from her neighbour, over the fence, casually, like it was common knowledge. For Ruth, it was not common knowledge at all. And when she called me that afternoon, after she had applied and the money was on its way to her account, she said something that I cannot stop thinking about. She said, if I nearly missed that one, what else am I missing right now? That question changed everything for me, because Ruth is exactly the kind of person who should know about these things. Organized, careful, attentive, and she still nearly missed it. So I want you to think about someone you love right now. Your mother, your father, your neighbor, your friend, someone who is over 67 and living on a pension, someone who checks their bills carefully and thinks they are on top of everything. Are they on top of this? Because what I found, 6 bills and deadlines sitting right now in July 2026, is the kind of thing that most Australian seniors will only find out about after the deadline has already passed, after the money is already gone, after it is already too late. And the worst part, not one of these will come with a reminder. Not one will arrive in the letterbox with a big red stamp saying, act now or lose this money forever. The government is not going to chase you down and hand this to you. You have to know. You have to act. And you have to do it before the window closes. By the end of this video, you will know about every single one of them. 6 bills, July 2026, some closing this month. Let us go through every one before it is too late. This is Supercentrelink AU. Let us get into it. Bill number 1, Victoria Rego Rebate. Deadline July 31st. This one closes in weeks. If you are a Victorian senior and you paid car registration between July 1st, 2025 and June 30th, 2026, you are entitled to a 20% rebate on that registration, up to $186 per vehicle, up to $372 if you have 2 eligible vehicles. Applications opened on June 1st, 2026 and close on July 31st, 2026. That is a hard deadline. Miss it, and the money is gone permanently. This is not automatic. You have to apply through the Service Victoria app or website. You need your vehicle registration details and your bank account number for the direct deposit. The process takes approximately 10 minutes. The money lands directly in your bank account, and yet thousands of eligible Victorian seniors will miss this deadline simply because they did not know it existed. And here is something that will genuinely frustrate you. This rebate is not small. $186, nearly $200, just sitting there, waiting for you to claim it until July 31st, and then it is gone. Ruth claimed hers in 11 minutes. You can too. What you need to do right now, if you are in Victoria and you paid car registration this financial year, go to the Service Victoria website or app today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Apply before July 31st. The deadline is real and it does not move. Bill number 2, NSW Seniors Energy Rebate. New financial year applications opening August 10th. The NSW Seniors Energy Rebate provides $200 each financial year to eligible Commonwealth Seniors Health Card holders. Applications for the 2025 to 26 financial year are now closed. Applications for the 2026 to 27 financial year open on August 10th, 2026. Now you might be thinking, that is next month. Why is it on a July warning list? Because here is what catches people every single year without fail. The moment applications open on August 10th, you need your most recent electricity bill issued after July 1st, 2026 to complete the application. If you have not received your new bill yet, if you cannot find it, if you try to apply before you have it ready, you will have to wait. And every day you wait is another day your $200 sits unclaimed. And here is what makes this worse. Thousands of eligible seniors in NSW do not even know this rebate exists. $200 every single year, just for holding a Commonwealth Seniors Health Card and applying through Service NSW. And most of them have never heard of it. The smart move is to prepare right now, this week, before August even arrives, what you need to do right now. Confirm you hold a current Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. Make sure your electricity account is in your name at your current address. Set a reminder for August 10th. And when that first new electricity bill arrives after July 1st, keep it somewhere you can find it immediately, because when the window opens, you want to be first in line. Bill number 3, Energy Concession New Financial Year Reset. July 1st deadline already passed. Act today. From July 1st, 2026, updated energy concession rates took effect across multiple states. In Queensland, the electricity rebate is now $363.15 per year. In South Australia, the energy concession is now $291.27 per year. In Victoria, a 17.5% reduction on electricity and gas bills applies for eligible concession card holders. These updated rates apply automatically, but only if your concession card details are correctly registered with your energy provider. And here is the trap that catches seniors every single year. A senior gets a new pensioner concession card, perhaps because their old one expired, perhaps because they recently became eligible. They do not realize they need to register the new card with their energy provider. The old card details are on file. The concession keeps appearing on their bill. They assume everything is fine. But when the provider's system eventually flags the discrepancy, the concession gets suspended, quietly, without a phone call, without a letter. Their next bill comes in at full price, and they have no idea why. Meanwhile, the correct rebate that should have been applied from July 1st is gone, and getting it backdated is difficult, if not impossible. What you need to do right now: pull out your most recent energy bill, check whether your concession discount is clearly showing. If it is not showing, call your energy provider today. Tell them you hold a pensioner concession card or Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. Give them your current card number. Ask them to confirm the concession has been applied from July 1st, 2026, and ask them to confirm in writing. Bill number 4, Victorian Energy Concession Confirmation for New Financial Year. The Victorian Government is continuing to deliver significant concessions for energy bills in 2026 to 27. This includes a 17.5% reduction on electricity and gas bills for eligible pensioner concession card holders, a 50% discount on council rates up to a maximum of $266 per year, and a 50% discount on water and sewerage charges up to a maximum of $372 per year. Together, these 3 concessions alone can save an eligible Victorian senior over $1,000 per year. $1,000 that most of them are not claiming correctly. Because here is what most Victorian seniors do not realise. These concessions do not always continue automatically when a new financial year begins. If your circumstances have changed, if you recently received your pensioner concession card for the first time, if you moved address, if you changed energy providers, if your card was reissued, the concession may not have carried over to the new financial year automatically. And the electricity concession specifically, 17.5% off your entire electricity usage, is worth hundreds of dollars per year on its own. If it has not been applied correctly from July 1st, every electricity bill you receive from now until it is fixed is costing you more than it should. What you need to do right now: if you are in Victoria and hold a pensioner concession card, call your electricity and gas provider this week. Confirm your concession is active and correctly applied from July 1st, 2026. Then contact your local council and water authority and confirm the same. Do not assume these carried over automatically. Check every single one, because the combined saving, if they are all applied correctly, is over $1,000 per year. Bill number 5, Council Rates Pensioner Rebate New Financial Year. Most Australian seniors know that a council rates concession exists for pensioners. What most do not know is that in some states, this concession does not automatically renew each year. You have to reapply, or at minimum confirm your eligibility at the start of each new financial year. In New South Wales, eligible pensioners can receive up to $250 off council rates and waste charges through the Pensioner Council Rates Rebate. In Victoria, the discount is up to 50% of council rates to a maximum of $266 per year. In Western Australia, South Australia, Queensland and Tasmania, similar arrangements exist with varying amounts. But here is what catches people out every single July. And it is something that makes me genuinely angry because it is so easily avoided. A senior who was eligible last financial year assumes the rebate will continue this year without any action. Their council rates notice arrives. They look at the total, they assume the concession is already included, they pay it. And only later, sometimes months later, do they discover the concession was not applied, that they paid the full amount when they should have paid significantly less, and by then the rates have been paid, and in most cases they cannot be retrospectively adjusted. The money is gone, simply because the senior assumed everything was automatic. What you need to do right now: contact your local council this week, tell them you hold a pensioner concession card, ask specifically whether the pensioner rates rebate is automatically applied to your account or whether you need to reconfirm your eligibility each year. And if your rates notice has already arrived for this financial year, do not pay it until you have confirmed whether the concession should be applied, because once you pay the full amount, getting it back is very difficult. Bill number 6, Medicare Safety Net Threshold Reset. This is the most overlooked financial opportunity of the entire new financial year. And for seniors with regular medical expenses, understanding it could save hundreds of dollars before December. The Medicare safety net resets on January 1st every year, but July is the midpoint of the calendar year, and for seniors who have been accumulating medical expenses since January, who have had GP visits, specialist appointments, pathology, imaging, and other out-of-pocket costs, July is when many people are approaching or already past the threshold where Medicare starts covering more. Here is how it works. Once your out-of-pocket medical costs reach a certain threshold in a calendar year, Medicare automatically starts covering a higher percentage of your additional costs for the remainder of that year. For concession card holders, the threshold is lower than for the general population, which means concession card holders reach the higher Medicare coverage level sooner. But here is what stops most seniors from benefiting fully. They do not know their current balance. They do not know how close they are to the threshold, and because nobody tells them, they keep paying the same out-of-pocket amount for every appointment without realizing that if they just checked their Medicare history, they might already be getting more back than they realize. Or conversely, they might be just a few $100s away from crossing the threshold where Medicare pays significantly more, and knowing that changes how they approach the second half of the year. What you need to do right now: log in to MyGov today, go to Medicare, find your Medicare safety net balance for the current calendar year, compare it against the threshold for your concession card status, and from this point forward, always present your pensioner concession card at every single medical appointment, every GP visit, every specialist, every pathology collection, because it affects your safety net threshold, your bulk billing eligibility, and your PBS prescription cost at $7.70 per script. Now, let me bring all 6 together in one fast summary before we finish. Bill 1, Victorian Rego Rebate, up to $186 per vehicle. Hard deadline July 31st. Apply through Service Victoria today, not tomorrow, today. Bill 2, NSW Seniors Energy Rebate, $200 for Commonwealth Seniors Health Card holders. Applications open August 10th. Prepare your documents this week. Have your electricity bill ready. Bill 3, Energy Concession new financial year reset. Pull out your latest electricity bill today. If your concession is not showing, call your provider immediately and get it applied from July 1st. Bill 4, Victorian Energy Concession full confirmation. Call Electricity, Gas, Council and Water Authority this week. Confirm all concessions are active. Combined saving over $1,000 per year. Bill 5, Council Rates Pensioner Rebate. Call your local council this week. Confirm whether your rebate renews automatically or needs reconfirmation. Do not pay your rates notice in full before checking. Bill 6, Medicare Safety Net. Log in to MyGov today. Check your current year balance. Always present your concession card at every medical appointment from now on. Ruth applied for her Rego rebate the same afternoon she called me. 11 minutes, $186 on its way to her bank account. She called me back that evening. And she was not just relieved, she was determined. She said, I am calling my energy provider tomorrow and my council, and I am checking my Medicare balance, because if I nearly missed that one, I am not taking any chances on the others. That is exactly the right response. 6 bills, 6 deadlines, some closing this month, some requiring action right now to make sure you receive what you are entitled to. The government is not going to remind you. The money is not going to chase you down, but now you know. And knowing is the difference between claiming what is yours and watching it disappear because the deadline passed while you were not looking. If this video helped you, hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more Australian seniors who need this information before these deadlines pass. Subscribe to Supercentrelink AU so you never miss an update on bills, deadlines, concessions, and everything Australian seniors need to know to protect their money. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 6 bills surprised you the most? And are you going to check your energy concession this week? I read every single comment. And please, share this video with every senior you know right now. Post it on Facebook. Send it to your family group. Show it to your neighbour. Because these deadlines are real. They do not move. And the money is gone permanently once the window closes. I will see you in the next one.